acsportstips.com. We're continuing our Week 2 analysis. This time we're looking at the Thursday night matchup between the Pitt Panthers and the Cincinnati Bearcats. This is a nationally televised game on ESPN on Thursday night, and on paper it seems easy. Cincinnati's just going to walk all over the Panthers. Not so easy. When you break down this game a little bit more, it's a lot harder and a lot more competitive than people think. We'll take the Pitt Panthers to start. Last week, they opened up with new head coach Paul Chryst, who was the offensive coordinator at Wisconsin, and they lose at home to Youngstown State, 31-17. He has a senior quarterback in Tino Cinncy and a senior running back in Ray Graham, coming off a major knee surgery. The knock on Cincinnati has been his inconsistency. Well, he's had 3 head coaches over the last 3 years. Dave Wannstedt, Todd Graham, who departed for Arizona State this year, and now Chryst. 3 different offensive systems and 3 different offensive coordinators makes it hard on Cincinnati to get used to a system. So that has been a reason for his instability. When you look at Ray Graham, he was leading the nation. He was a Heisman Trophy candidate last year early in the season until he hurt that knee. He came back last week and he had 71 yards rushing. He's only going to get more confident and stronger as the season progresses. And the good news is that Pittsburgh does have 1 game under their belt. Cincinnati starts this matchup being their first game. They were one of the few teams who had a bye last week, so they are going to make some mistakes no matter how much or how great of a margin of victory you do win. You always want to improve week to week. So Pittsburgh does have an advantage by playing a game already, even though they lost 31-17. Chryst admitted that he was learning on the job. He suspended 6 players before that game, and the Pitt Panthers did commit 2 turnovers without taking the ball away for Youngstown State. So the name of the game is turnovers. You're going to expect Chryst to preach that to his players this week. And behind Cincinnati and Graham, I look for a valiant effort, a better effort, and a more inspired effort after last week's mediocre performance at home. Was Pitt looking ahead to this game? This is a Big East Conference game. The last 3 games between these teams have been decided by 11 points. Pittsburgh has lost all 3. Last year they lost 26-23. Pitt and Cincinnati play close games, so keep that in mind. When you break down the Cincinnati Bearcats, they're breaking in the best name in college football who gets the start at quarterback, Munchie Legault. Legault did have 3 career starts, all coming last year after quarterback Zach Collaros went down with an ankle injury last year. In those 3 starts, though, Munchie Legault only completed 47.4% of his passes for over 700 yards with 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So when you look at Legault, he's a better scrambler than he is a pocket passer, and that's going to be a concern. Did Legault mature enough in the passing game for head coach Butch Jones to run his offense? He loses senior running back Isaiah Peed, who departed for the NFL, and he breaks in George Wynn, who only has 2 career carries. So the Bearcats are a little bit raw at quarterback with Legault and the inexperience at running back. If they do have a strength, it's on the wide receiver position, where they have a senior led by Kembrell Tompkins, who caught 44 balls last year. So that is the strength of the Bearcats. But can Legault get the ball down the field? We'll have to see. The strength on the Bearcats is defensive experience. They are all juniors and seniors, so that plays into the Bearcats' game plan as well. The fans love this team, and the fans' first game of the season expect to be pumped up. We're going to have a prediction of this game tomorrow on our written NCAA picks section. We do feel like this game is going to be close, and we do expect this game to be tight because of the way Pittsburgh played last week. Anytime a team opens up the season at home and has a bad loss like the Panthers did, expect an inspired effort the next week. They're going to want to prove to the country on national TV they're not as bad as they were. So stay with us. We'll have a prediction tomorrow night. Just stay with us all season long at www.acsportstips.com.